What's going up, guys? It's your hostess with the mostest, Anomalycyra, coming back at it with another theory for your mind. Let's get into it. So, Deuteronomy 7:16, you shall devour all the peoples that the Lord your God gives over to you. Your eye shall not pity them, nor shall you serve their gods, for that would be a snare to you. Here's what I want to talk about. Seeing through time. Making a plan, your belief is powerful. Hope and words and thoughts have power. So what I say to you is, in dark times, discipline with consistency will get you through every time. Your ability to create the reality that you want is directly determined by your willingness to experience its opposite. Okay? Saving money, you will have the feeling of being without it. While eventually this will make you have more, but you will have to go through the emotion of having less, right? Setting boundaries. You will have to feel alone at times, while you're certainly creating a new healthy relationship with yourself and your life. Digging up trauma, you will feel burdened, while it is actually lifting the burden. Walking yourself through every emotional eclipse that you've had while working out will make you feel weak. When you go to work out, when you want to get in shape, you want to tone up, or whatever you want to maintain, you will have a feeling of weakness, not strength. After a really strong workout, you can barely lift your arms, but you are actually becoming stronger. Isn't it so? And yet, you become wise. But as you become wise, you feel you know nothing. You have a feeling of dumb because you're learning new things. You have to understand that a concept is new. You've never been there before. You're on a road that has never been traveled. You're creating new pathways in your brain to understand the abilities that you are now accumulating. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. You're going somewhere new. You're creating a new shell for yourself. My favorite thing to think about is or not favorite thing, but which fits this, is when you think about crabs, right? So they can get as big as the ocean can support. But there are always these points and breaks in their life where they get really uncomfortable and they have to start a new shell. They have to crack out of their old skelly shell that was holding them back, tightening them in, pressurizing them, and break out. But when they come out, they're actually very soft and highly vulnerable. At that time, they could get ate. They have no shell, nothing's protecting them. So in those moments, you're learning something new. You're creating a new reality. You're getting over a trauma. You're healing from a breakup. You're starting a new relationship. All of these things, you are vulnerable and something may eat you. Not in the way you want. So in those times, you need to be protective of yourself, but you also need to be looking for your new shell and forming your new protection, your new armor. And when you get into your new armor and you're safe and you're good, then the process in a few years or, however long your process is of species you are in your, hyper-conscious mind, that's when your next process will start. And then you'll do this all over again. Yes, it's exhausting. Yes, it feels this way. But what is the option? Would you rather do nothing with your life? Feel nothing, learn nothing, be no extra ideas in your mind? You can do that. And you still have the right to dignity, respect, love, and kindness. But for those of you, or, probably if you're my listener, because, this is me. All my listeners are very smart. I've even had some of you very polled, and it's something I call time travel, or time travelers, sci-fi, history, very intellectually based content. So that's just always going to be who's going to understand this type of world and understand how to formulate and learn new ideas. Now, I know assimilation and adaptation are also very important to society, but they are not important to your inner dimensions of yourself. Never reach inside yourself and change, edit, or remove anything for society. Society is mutable. always changing, adapting, and moving. One minute they like yellow hats, the next minute they like green shoes. It's very superficial as well. If they ever had anything about a characteristic that they liked, or a point of view that did something for all of humanity, for every human to exist inside of and feel like kindness, they wouldn't be the concept that they are. Their point of view is to be superficial and pretty much all around terrible, which is why I say God bless it, good luck, and I turn my face from it. I don't find time to, shoot down anybody's anything, but I will turn my head from it. I will not take in certain things. You have to control what you observe, what you take in, and what you allow people to put into your mind, because once an idea is planted, it cannot be removed and uprooted. It must be replaced or allowed to grow. And so I find myself within this position too, where I think there was a very popular teaching of the ego was bad. The ego is bad. Everything about the ego is bad, 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 bad. Your ego, though, when kept in check and healthy, promotes you, thinks you're the best, doesn't like other people who mistreat you. It understands that you deserve to be the most powerful thing that you are. Now, you need to keep it in check, but it does need to exist. And take this from somebody who totally removed their ego. It is not a good thing. You will find the villain and even a hero when they see that. There's something that may click on inside the human species when they meet someone who has no ego. I think these may be guardians who need to speak to each other and then formulate who the people are behind those. Like when we say you meet a representative, I think the ego may possibly be the representative. So in this way, when you're looking for solace, you need peace, you need answers, I want you to understand these things. This is called hard. This is called uncomfortable. And it is because you're going somewhere new. Now, if you haven't formulated a plan, if you have no vision, if you have no dream for where you're going, I can promise you it won't be good. You have to make a plan, you have to make a vision if you want to get somewhere good, because everyone around you will watch you fail and feel so sorry for you. People love to give you pity. It is a wonderful thing about them, but also a devastating thing when you're on the end of it. Do not allow yourself to be pitied and victimized. Don't walk around being sad and on profound. Stay away from people who treat you like you're ordinary. Do not do that. Rage against the light. Be extraordinary. If there are a group of people with a very specific point of view and ideal that you would know no matter what they look like, sound like, live like, or be like, stay away from it. There is no idea that a large group of people can confound all together and not hurt people to maintain. Because there will always be someone who thinks a little different, feels a little different, wants a little different, because humans are individuals. If you are in a place that does not allow freedom and individuality, leave. There is no other way. It is the only way. Chasing some ideal of happiness puts you in a place of being a victim forever. If you want to chase and be a sweet little butterfly, wait until you die and you're reborn. But if you want to do something now, you want to feel fulfillment, you want to feel joy. I know that most of my listeners are men, so you understand what I'm saying. Go and make something. Create, be, exist. For the 3 women listeners that I have, I will tell you the same, but in a much gentler way. You also create, you also build. Do not fully have focus on only a relationship. I know, boys are fun, you want a boyfriend, you have a loving time, that's really good, that's a part of it, but do not forget who you are as an individual, because that man loves someone must exist, you must exist. Do not become a rag on the floor that people can use to wipe up their spit. And I use that to make you feel grotesque, because it is. Never do that. Always stand up for yourself, always stand strong, and remember to be gentle. Because in a world of where everything is aggressive and harsh, the one person with compassion and empathy and kindness, they truly are the strongest. But it takes so much strength to be the kind person. I have a code. I've heard things like, of course, oh, they'll say you're too nice, or that's because of nice, or well, you're just nice. Or, no. I have a code, and I am nice until I'm not nice. And I've never allowed myself to reach a point where I wouldn't be nice, and I would never allow a person to pull me to that point. I can feel those emotions within me. Now, I understand that for other people, they may have different controls. And maybe if I met that person, I wouldn't be so nice. Would see a different thing. But like I said, I control what is around me. I control what information goes into my ears. Have control. Have consistency. Dark times are coming. Hard times are coming. But they will not come to last. They do not come to stay. Everyone enters the valley. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Fear nothing.